all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Wants to throw on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Touch pass on the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards and up out the O. So the Oregon State Beavers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back on linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's McCoy. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. Trying play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
End off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal flag. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Rides to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They're trying to get to it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Fair catch called for and made. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After that last drive, He came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Yo, he got busted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Looking for a crease, it's Hankerson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Beavers decide to punt it away. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the speed on the jet sweep. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
I love defenses that can gang tackle. How about the defense getting a lot of hats to the football? That receiver's a fast dude. With this defense, they've got a lot of team speed themselves, and they showed it right there.
Movement here from the tight end. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Fights off a defender. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And, guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. On the run, it's Conley. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards. And it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Off the play fake. fires to the middle. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Got it. And he wanted to get that one in, but the defense able to force him out of the 2. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out.
And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. A little screen to the running back. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Buys a little time. Fires on the move. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. To the air, it's McCoy. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. The quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to punch it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Just 9 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if they try to get another one. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far.
Arizona set to start this second half. They'll kick it off. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at 14. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Gets it out fast. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Oh, he makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little extra time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the...
Touchdown, Oregon State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wildcats in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. On the move, it's Card. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is a type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Leaves it with the back. Nice move to stay on his feet. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Fafita. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
This one's complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Arizona comes out with another first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's McMillan. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Fast motion from the offense. Power football with the run. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They'll try the run. can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. On the option. The pitch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. He's right on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Pinned back in their own end. A 3rd and short from the 16. Looking downfield. It's McCoy. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the grab close to the logo. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is
Personal
about.
foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got their lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Little over anxious. Out of the stance early, and it's a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air. It's McCoy. Looking to buy time. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Beavers! And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Oregon State 24, Arizona 14.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress in the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time.
Looking for a deep man. Pulls it in inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
And that's in Arizona.
He's looking to pass. Snatch it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it.
Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hoosh Manzana built. Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Washington State Cougars, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Oregon State Beavers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Beavers will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Washington State Cougars offense takes the field. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
No, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Pulls it, fired, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room. You give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The aerial assault continues. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfect.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. Kept running, and he... the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wazoo! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oregon State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Nowhere close up.
Is incomplete.
He got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Looking for a block. It's Hudson. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. And the Cougars want to crank the tempo.
And that's good enough for a first down.
To the air, it's Mateer. Back open in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Line getting set on second down.
Second down.
He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Washington State will have to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Extending the play. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. On the move at the 30. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Still running at the 40. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Clemens. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Pickup of 1, it's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
7 yards on the play. 3rd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He got it. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Texas Tech endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Lubbock, and the Red Raiders came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Mateer. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Takes the handoff. It's Hankerson.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Wants to fire on second down. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Clemens. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. The give to the back. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down.
And I think you run the football on third and short, even though you haven't had a lot of success running the football today, knowing I still got fourth down. Analytics world, right? We go for it on fourth down most of the time now, so let's see what they do here on fourth down.
Tackle is made after the first down. The Beavers had this offense rolling. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And what a nice ball. You can see he sees him running the corner route, lays it out in front, catches the ball, and nice job catching the ball, and then doing what? Getting upfield, not running out of bounds, not getting pushed out, not getting tackled. Nice job after the catch, getting vertical, getting to the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Washington State lines up quickly. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hudson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I'm sure the play is complex, but it doesn't involve the official also throwing a flag in the middle of it. First and 25. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Fires it incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. They'll try to run for it. And the Beavers have a first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Off the play fake on first down. Got a man, it's Hankerson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design, it's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use him, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Beavers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm.
He wants to take the top off. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Finds the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cougars will have it 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Unloads it downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big...
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Washington State will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see that.
He's taking the shot. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from there in Corvallis.
And the Cougars will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, bring him making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find some parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. He's got it on the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now on second down after the good first down run. The give from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This offense has a second down play. Looking for a man. It's McCoy. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them and picked up the first.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He finds his man. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. I mean, you're playing at night. It's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws a pick.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Cougars will hustle to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Washington State ready to go with another first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third. Off play action. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Parker. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today. no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of that.
Using the quick game. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's McCoy. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught in the backfield, it's Hankerson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's incompletion, they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
And I think it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to do.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. On the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Washington State going quickly. Sweet cut there. And they get him down. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Defense in press coverage. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Washington State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's McCoy. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Second down coming up. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Cougars are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 35. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had 0 problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Quick completion on the out route. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
you just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
The give and the run on fourth down. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Catch in the middle, it's Terry. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Beavers moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Getting some heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, this defense has had the QB's number all game long. One of the reasons why is because this cornerback, when he's on an island, he's winning the 50-50 balls, and he's not letting anything get thrown over his head downfield. Great job in coverage, disguising what he's doing and knocking balls away.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.